takes a village to lift you higher. We teach the way, feed the fire. It takes a village.
Welcome to another episode of the Village Podcast where people help people. And today, man, I got somebody that's really, really near and dear to my heart. Been knowing this brother for a long time. This is my God brother. This is my friend. This is a guy that I've been rocking with since his teenage years. So would y'all please help me welcome to the show, Anthony Alford.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, man, look, so I always open up these shows because and just preface it, give you an example of why I say this. Because a lot of times, you know, we get so caught up in what we do where people don't never care about how we're doing.
Yeah.
So my question to you, my question to every guest is always, and this is just you can go in detail how much ever you want to, but like, man, how is Anthony Alford doing? Not the ex-MLB player, not the dad, not the husband, not the scouting guru now.
Yeah.
How is Anthony Alford doing?
Yeah. No, man, I definitely, want to appreciate you asking that.
Yes.
Not a whole lot of people do. But it's better. It's been the last year and a half has been tough, ever since stepping away from the field. But it's getting better. Obviously, having a good support system and my wife and kids to come home to every day.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better.
Yeah. And so look, because I believe that there's a part of that could help people too when we talk about, the struggles or the transition. I didn't even have this plan to talk about this early in the set, but like just talk a little bit about, man, you've been playing baseball since you was like a kid.
5 and
6 years old.
Yeah.
And so just the transition from that and get into another area, another space, not being on the road, like how does that work?
Bro, it's a big adjustment. I think it kind of made me realize how, far I was from reality when I was in that world of being a professional athlete and traveling on the road all the time. I didn't have to face the same realities that people face.
Wow.
As an everyday citizen.
Yeah.
Because you always have people catering to you. You obviously have like a lot of resources you have access to, and a lot of people doing stuff for you, taking the load off your plate. But once that's all gone, and it's been a big reality check. You know what I'm saying, and kind of just having to, from the standpoint of trying to figure out where you fit in this world. You know what I'm saying, outside of sports. So it's definitely a big adjustment.
So let me ask you, why? And I'm saying you and I have talked in detail about it before, right? We talk on the phone, we chop it up, but like, why do you think that's something that's not talked about enough? Like, because if you're dealing with it, then there's a good chance that everybody that has been in that space has felt that shock of saying, man, I don't have access to the same reality, resources, like. So what do I do? Like, why don't people talk more about that?
One, I think it's a pride thing. When you're so used to being that guy that everybody go to, and you being that foundation that people can call on, and but so you kind of, you're very prideful. You don't want to be the person that say like, hey, I need help, even if it's just somebody to talk to, because you're so used to being like
the guy. You're the superstar.
You're being a Superman.
You're the celebrity.
And kind of like one of my homeboys like told me, he said, man, even Superman have to take off that cape sometime, So and it was just hard to do, Like I said, it's a pride thing or ego thing, and I've never had to ask anybody, for help. So it's like in any area,
Right.
So it's like when it do come time to like you need somebody to lean on, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of tough to do.
It's different. And so do you think there's a space for that, for like, for you, for people that have played the game to be able to help other people in that space? Because I always say ministry and helping people and impact and purpose is birthed out of something that you've endured or you experienced, right?
Yeah.
So if you know the next generation of athletes, like, hey, what are some things I need to be looking at? What are some things I need to be doing? Because, man, I'm going to have to hang these cleats up one day.
Yeah, for sure. I think like growing up, man, I remember this vividly. And you know how you're in a classroom and teachers ask, hey, what are you going to do? Or what's your plan A, your plan B? And mine was like, oh, I'm playing NFL. Like, you couldn't tell me anything different because I feel like God gave me that vision when I was a kid for a reason. And it was like, okay, they kind of
shoo you off.
Yeah, shoo you. Okay, well, what's your plan B?
Yeah.
Well, if NFL don't work out, I'm playing Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
That's my plan B.
Right,
it was like, okay, outside of sports, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, that's all I'm gonna do is sports. And I literally put all my eggs in that one basket. So one of them had to work out in my eyes. And but last year there was a time that I really reflected on that conversation that we had in the classroom, and it was more than like it was more than like finances of like, oh, you got to have a plan B in case this don't work out, but it was more of like a purpose thing. Like, what am I going to transition to after sports? Because even sports, like athletes, they make a lot of money, but you're talking about a short window of your life. For me, it was from 17 to 30, 31 years old. So you still have the second half of your life to live. So like, what am I going to wake up to every day, and what's going to drive me? What's going to, give me that motivation? Like, what do I have to look forward to? And that was the part of it that I struggled with. Was I didn't know. I obviously have the business adventures, but it doesn't excite me like baseball excited me. It didn't excite me like, the looking up in the stands and seeing my family cheering for me. Like, so it's just like I'm still kind of searching. Obviously, getting into scouting has helped with that transition. And it's been very therapeutic being back at the baseball field. So,
man, look, and I'm gonna tell you. So I commend you, man, for even having the courage to say it, right? Because as men, bro, one of the hardest things for most men is to admit that they're struggling. Admit that they've had to transition to something else, and nobody can tell an athlete that's been on your level. Like, we ain't talking about no athlete that just come out of nowhere. We've been knowing Anthony Alford name since you was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been knowing this. And so what do you, let me ask you, do you think the way people view athletes play a part in that? And what I mean by that is, so for the majority of your life, people have come to you, and because you were so good and you were so gifted, that's all they saw you for.
Yeah. I think that part of, because I was in the spotlight, I felt like for so long, that's one of the reasons why it was tougher to make that transition. Because like I said, like, it's an ego thing. Like, people stroking your ego all the time, telling you how good you are and you this and you that.
Got to go home. Them kids don't care nothing about it.
They don't care nothing about it. Like, Benji don't care about it. Stella don't care about it. You know. So, but when you've been in the spotlight, and I've never really struggled on the field until I got the pro ball. So, I did face some adversity, but I still woke up and went to the field every day, and fans asking for autographs and wanting to do this and do that. Like, he was still like the guy, But your wife and kids, they never just saw you they just saw you as, snotty nosed man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
no doubt.
But it's definitely, like I said, it's been a reality check, man, and like, I've had to open up like I've never opened up before for mental health purposes, and whether it's counseling or picking up the phone, calling people like you or Bernard, and just like really expressing how I feel in that moment, because it's been some dark days since stepping away from the field.
Yeah, and look, man. So when you think about, the reality that you live in now, here's what I'll tell you, and I think I've shared this with you before outside of the camera. Like, bro, a lot of it has to do with, I think you got to give yourself some grace.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that, bro, man, you got to think about where you come from.
Yeah.
I'm saying the odds for you to make it. We ain't talking about nobody that had a whole bunch of money.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about nobody that had everything laid out where they can go, that $400-500 bat that you wanted, it was at your disposal when you got ready. I'm saying, like, we knew Man from Lampton.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it ain't that your mom and dad, they did the best they could with what they had. So everybody played a part. It's just that you didn't have all the resources and you still made it. And I'm saying, like, from one brother to another, like, dog, you made it and you gave people hope that it was possible.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances, right? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a purpose in that. There's value in that. And when life gets cloudy and people try to make it like, oh, man, he used to play loud. There's still somebody that did something great and, like, made a difference.
Yeah.
Right? And proved that it could be done. So that's the type of stuff I like to hold my head, hang my head on, is not the fact that it's over, but the fact that you got a chance to do it, baby. You got a chance to be on the big stage. Like, and we all witnessed it. We saw it. So, man, we proud of you.
Yeah, I appreciate
in that regard. And we still, like I'm saying, the people that rock with you, like I treat my friends like celebrities.
Yeah.
Not the folks I don't know.
Yeah.
So whenever I see you calling, whenever I talk on you to the phone, it's like you still playing Pittsburgh. It's still like you with the Blue Jays. To me.
Yeah.
But those are the people that matter. And so I think a lot of times if we get caught up in the lights, get caught up in the people that really don't matter, they're just fans, they're not family. And so I'm saying always surround yourself around them type of people. The ones that still see Man as this guy, like still see value in you, because you know how the world go. I mean, and I didn't mean to say that. I mean, didn't even think I would go here, but I think a lot of times what happened with athletes is that's all you're viewed as. And so don't nobody think you should be doing nothing else.
Yeah.
Lady told somebody to shut up and dribble, told LeBron to shut up and dribble a while back, as if that's all he can do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, don't have no thought on life. Don't have just you're good, you're gifted, you're this athlete that's like world class, and that's all we see you for. And I'm saying your people, the people that love you, see you for way more than that.
Man, I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah, man. And that's what I want you to always feel and sense whenever we have these conversations, whenever I pick up the phone. Bro, I don't see it like it's over. I see it like you've been my brother for, 15, 16 years, and I'm rocking with you.
Yeah, and I think, and when I say that, man, like you just, I think for me, like just from my experience, and I can't speak for everybody else, when I was doing it, like it's always phone calls, but these phone calls, it comes with,
man, let me get something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Let me hold
it's
something.
Like, to a point now, it's like you question people's intentions. Like, so now, man, I see my phone and it's like, I don't even want to answer. Like, I have this sense of anxiety when my phone rings. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's something I had to, face head on. But to kind of, we talk about, the big leagues of playing baseball. It didn't even really, like, even though I was in that space and on those fields, like it never really hit me until about 2 weeks ago. We was in Dallas and I took Bailey and the kids. We went to watch the Rangers in Detroit, and I've never really watched the game from a fan standpoint, like because I was always on the field, and I was really like, and it like that's the moment that I realized. Well, I always knew it, but like that's the moment it was like, I really like played in the big leagues. You know what I'm saying? So it was a pretty cool moment, but it also showed how blessings can be taken for granted, because when I was in that space, it's just like, oh, I'm just at the field, opposed to looking at it as like I'm here, I'm in the big league. You know what I'm saying? So it was, but it was a pretty cool moment, and to have that with my kid, like obviously Benji, who really look up to. Yeah,
he loved the game.
Yeah, he loved the game, bro.
And so what I'll share with you too, man, is just I would encourage you to find those kids, bro.
Yeah.
And like help them appreciate the moment. Help them appreciate it, because like you got a lot to offer more than just being an athlete. You got more to offer in a space where man, let's talk to these kids. Let's try to rattle these kids up and let them know, hey, man, when you get a chance to do this, like, don't take it for granted because it don't last forever. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about helping people is because I know how messed up I used to be.
Yeah.
Like, I know where I come from. And people are like, oh, man, you wasn't that bad. I'm saying, like, you may not think I was that bad.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know all the details.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I'm telling you that there was another side to this, and that's what drives me, because I don't want nobody else to have to deal with what I went through.
Absolutely.
Right? And so, man, just keep pushing, keep doing it. So, look, we transition. So you talk about being in the MLB, but, man, like, you're a husband.
Yeah.
You're a father,
Yeah.
right? Young man too.
Yeah.
You know, me and you just went ball early.
Yeah.
You know, I always tell people we ain't old, we just went ball pretty early. But man, tell me about that, like, because you know it's different for your family now too, right? Because you know, you being home all the time, you being with your kids, you being with your wife. Like, how has that transition been with, you know, being a husband, being a father too?
Man, it's a big adjustment. Like, it's a now. Granted, my wife and my kids are the best thing that happened to me.
Yes, sir. Yeah, ain't no doubt.
And there's nothing that I enjoy more than whether it's being out in the yard or hanging out, you know, with the kids and the family. But when I say waking up every day and like, it's no escaping them kids. You know, just human nature. You need a break. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can relate to what my wife had to go through when I was actually playing.
Yes, sir.
And she at home all day, every day with them.
Yes, sir.
But I can't use, hey, I'm going to early work.
Yeah.
You know, I got early work at the field. There's no more escape.
Ain't no more early work.
You find any reason, man, just to like, you know, I might go to the field early to try to catch a nap before the game that night. But now it's like it's no escaping it. And like, but it's a beautiful thing at the same time. And on the flip side of that, by me being home more, my wife gets to actually chase her dream. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I wanted more than anything is for her to like I've had my shot. I've made it to where, like, to the pinnacle of my you know field.
Yeah.
Like I would like to see her experience that same feeling as well, because I would hate for that to be any type of resentment
that she chased when she was with you, helping you chase your dream. And look, dog, I'm
more
gonna
importantly too, like I want my daughter to see her doing that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I want my daughter to see, hey, my mom made it to here. My mom accomplished this, because just like I'm that example for Benji. Like I need her to be that example for my daughter as well. You know?
Doubt. Nah, man. And so look, you know, I get a chance to watch it, bro. You doing one heck of a job, because you be in videos, you the ghetto cowboy. Like, but it's good because you could easily get in this shell and say, well, man, I'm miserable, I ain't playing. You know, it don't matter what you did. I'm good. You go chase your own dream, but you like in it with her. Like you helping her, you know what I'm saying? You traveling with her. And I think that's the remarkable thing about the marriage and the give and take piece, right? At one point, she was with you like that.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I think you see a lot of times with I've experienced with couples, man, it's like there's some type of competition or some jealousy, you know, and that's never been in my DNA to be jealous of anybody.
Right,
you know,
right,
like,
right.
and I won't, because if she win, I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? It's the same household.
Yeah,
so it's like,
same team.
I need you to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I ain't got to be on the road somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt.
But like, no, I want that for her. I want that for, you know, the kids. I want that for, you know, I know the feeling that, or the look on my parents' face when I got drafted. That look of like how proud they were. Like I want, and I'm sure her parents are proud, but like I want her to accomplish whatever she set out to accomplish, so she can experience like making your family proud. I think that's the best. That was the best feeling to me. You know, was to see that you can put your, you know, God-given ability to work and make your, you know, the people around you very proud.
The people that love you the most.
The people that love you the most. And it's genuine love. You know what I'm saying? So I would love for her to experience that. And she have, man, she's very dope. So she have like greatness in her, you know. And I do feel like part of it, it's part of my responsibility to help that come out to
Yes,
help
sir.
push her, to be that accountability partner,
Mhm.
you know, whatever it might look like. I might need to carry baggage in the hotel, whatever it is,
Yeah.
or drive 13 hours for, like, but it's my responsibility to help that, you know,
And
come
look,
out.
bro, like you know, because when I go places and I'm not with my wife and kids and people that, you know, they like I'm around here and they like, oh, that's Makai daddy.
Mhm.
Oh, that's Kim husband.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with that title.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't mind being that guy, right? Because they get a chance to be, oh, that's Kendale wife. That's
Yeah.
Kendale son. So it's like in reverse, you're getting a chance to be that for her,
Yeah.
like what she was to you. Because she traveled, she was in it, like, and she was a warrior too.
She
now.
was in, like, she was on the whole journey with me. You know, we got married at 20 years old. I was 20, she was 21, but you know, a few months after we got married, we packed up. We went to Australia for 3 months, which was, you talking about tested the marriage. Like,
Yes,
do y'all
sir.
really, like, we on the other side of the world,
Like,
for
and
3
ain't
months.
nobody over there with y'all.
You can't call nobody because the time zone
That's
totally
it.
different.
That's
So it was
it.
like, you start, hey, did we do the right thing? You know what I'm saying? But I think early on in our marriage, like, we was always on our own a lot, whether it was going to Florida for spring training or going to like a minor league affiliate or being in Toronto or Korea for 2 years. Like, we had to figure a lot of stuff out on our own,
Yeah.
you know? So I definitely think that, especially at that stage in our marriage, like going through our 20s, I definitely think that strengthened, you know, our relationship.
Yeah.
And obviously you go through different phases. Like, I feel like we're at a phase now, like, we don't get as sensitive about some of the stuff that we say. Like, we can joke around and
Y'all done hit 10, though.
Yeah,
So
we
you
done
ain't
just-
even tripping about little petty stuff. No.
like, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
all right, you go over there, be mad. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, hang out on the back porch. So
No, that's good, man. And so let me ask you this, because I know Benji, man. Benji love the game, bro. How is it that, because I believe it's all destiny, it's all divine, where God allows it to happen when it needs to happen. Like, you home with your son too.
yeah.
Like you ain't on the road and having to be gone. Like, how is it seeing him like fall in love with this game and, you know, help him grow in this space? Because what, he's 5?
He's 4.
He's 4.
He'll be 5 in November.
Yeah.
But he's like, I never had to force it on him. He was like born in it. You know, he come to the game, you know, or he watched baseball on TV and he's locked in, man. Like, it's what he want to do.
Right.
And I love that for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, once you get older and we actually grinding and getting out there, we go see if,
We're going to see if you really like this.
you really like
Yeah.
this game, you know? But right now it's a fun stage, man. Like, when he got my wife out of bed like 10:30 at night. Hey, mom, let's go turn some double plays in the living room. You know what I'm saying? And she I feel like she's gonna probably be harder on him than I am.
Yeah.
Because she really understands the game.
Oh, she been in it enough.
Yeah, she's seen the top talent up close in person, you know. So I think I do feel like she's gonna probably be harder on him than I will.
Yeah.
But that's good though. You know?
He'll have it. He'll have it both ways, I think, because I think you know what it take.
Yeah,
and she
for
done
sure.
been around, so she like, nah, you ain't gonna be crying and slacking. Because I was at the T-ball game, I watched her.
Yeah.
She out there locked in.
Yeah,
she is watching everything, watching where he batting, watching what he doing. Hey, Benji, hit the ball. Like, get up there and hit the ball.
Yeah.
So she ain't playing no games at 4 years old. It ain't no
right.
goo goo gaga.
Yeah.
He like, nah, baby, go hit the ball.
Yeah.
Now that's
especially when you see him do stuff around the house, and it's like a lot of 4-year-olds not doing that, and then you get out there and you like joking around. I think that's kind of like, for me, it's like, come on, bro, we do this every day, all day, every day, and you out there playing around. But, I think, you know, it's gonna be. I think it's cool that I'm home. You know, I got, honestly, like last year, I thought about going back to play, but you know, obviously, the scouting opportunity came, and it was a way for me to still be, you know, attached to the game. And but I remember that last year, man, like my last year. And I knew it was time for me to come home because my family was at home. I just got to spring training. I just signed with Cincinnati. And it was like 3 days in the camp. And I'm like, bro, I'm ready for the off season. I ain't even went through spring training yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is gonna be a long year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and as the year went on, like I'm having a FaceTime and see the kids in swimming lessons, having fun in the pool, and I'm like, I'm about to go through this grind. I'm about to go face this dude throwing 98. You know, like just grinding, bro. And I just had that feeling. I just knew it was time to come home.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, I do miss it. I do miss being out there. More so the camaraderie more than anything.
The brotherhood.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, man, because you talk about the scouting part of it. Now how is that being on that side of it? Because this is like front office stuff. No longer the field, no longer playing. Now you're scouting for the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
And it's like you get a chance to travel and see this talent. Like what is this like?
Yeah, bro. It's I think the cool part is you still get a chance to whether inspire people or like you still like people still look at you as that like that sense of hope. Like this the guy that can make my dreams come true. You know, opposed to like on the baseball side, it's like, wow, this guy cool. Like I want to do what he's doing. I want to hit like he's hitting.
But
like,
now you can recommend them.
But yeah, so now they still look at you through a similar lens, but it's more like, okay, this guy can change my life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the cool part of it. Like I actually had my drafted my first kid, you know, yesterday.
Yeah.
Kid out of East Central Junior College, man. And like to call him, like, cause it was the 19th round, so it was like I know he was going through all of these emotions, and I'm like, stand in contact. Hey man, I'm still working. I'm still trying to get you, you know. And I told him, hey, it's gonna be the 19th round. So I call him, and you can hear the TV in the background call out his name.
Yeah.
You can hear the mom scream. Like,
Yeah.
You can hear him getting emotional on the phone, and it just gives me chills just talking about it now. But just to like play just a little part, you know, in someone's dream coming true, like that's very rewarding. Like in that moment, it felt better than any home run I've ever hit.
And bro, listen, so like that's what I believe is happening right now without you even trying to make that happen, is you're finding life after baseball.
Yeah.
Like just think about everything you just explained to me. The year and a half that you had, the dark days, now the most rewarding thing that you're doing outside of being a husband and a father is you're helping pour into somebody else, and now their dreams are actually becoming a reality of getting drafted.
Absolutely.
Like that's how God works. Like you ain't had this in a year and a half ago, you ain't had this on your mind.
Bro, a year, what's this, we're in July? A year and a half ago, no, that's when I was in the cage trying to go back and play because I hadn't spent 7 months of no ball, just sitting at home, waking up every day, take the kids to school, come back home, play the video game, pick them up, and do it again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I just had no sense of like, no type of feeling of any type of purpose.
Right.
So, so when I got this gig and, you know, and I can show you some pictures afterwards, but like, there were 2 or 3 kids that was drafted that, you know, that used to come to my camps, and I got pictures with them when they was just youngins. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was like, it's pretty cool just to see those kids.
Full
like,
circle.
It's a full circle moment. Like, and I think might have been 2020, so probably about 5 years ago. They would have been about 12 years old.
That's crazy.
I'm taking pictures with these kids, man. And when I was a player, and now they getting drafted, to see them blossom now. So,
bro, I'm saying like just and I don't want you, just like you said about the baseball field, I don't want you to miss that, bro.
Yeah.
Like don't miss what God is doing in this moment in your life, because sometimes we undervalue it because it may not look like what we want it to look like.
Yeah.
And it may not seem as rewarding, but bro, like that's huge for a kid to be taking pictures with you and you calling and getting them drafted years later. That's greatness to me.
Yeah.
Right. And so a lot of times whenever we have them moments, oh man, yeah, we just doing our job.
Yeah.
Man, you actually doing more than your job.
Yeah.
Right. You actually walking in purpose and doing what God put you on this earth to do.
Right.
And that's the blessing in it. So look, let me ask you this, man. Youth baseball, travel ball.
Yeah.
What the climate of it? Like, I mean, I know it wasn't this way whenever you played, because you had to be like, this was select. You had to be really, really elite to play travel ball back in the day. What do you think about it from a perspective of the kids, the parents, the coaches, because I see a lot of toxic stuff.
Yeah.
I see a lot of stuff that don't help kids. I see a lot of, we saying we're developing, we're saying we're helping, but we're really getting money. We're really using kids. We're not really giving them the opportunity that they need to have in order to be, like, to fall in love with the game. So, and I don't know how much of the youth travel ball space you've been in with how much you travel, but I know you know about the travel ball circuit.
Yeah, like obviously my kid's not playing, right now. He's in rec ball, but I've already told him, like, my son, like, he's not gonna start playing travel ball till he's about 13, 14 years old. Like, we just gonna really have, like, we're gonna train. Like, I'm in a position I can train him myself. I have enough knowledge of the game, and it's just go out there and have fun. Once and trust your training. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm starting to, like, I didn't know they had 6U, 7U, 8U travel ball teams. I'm like, what happened to being at Duckworth? What happened to being at Dean Griner? Like, they should feel that sense of community at that age when it comes to playing that sport, like all-stars, making the all-star team, but I think a lot of kids are, a lot of those resources that are being put into travel ball, it should be put into training. When you look at, and obviously I've traveled enough into different countries to see how other kids develop, like like in Korea and Japan and Dominican Republic and Venezuela. It's like, it's no travel ball. That's just, like, a lot of times that's glorified reg ball, but it's like over there in those other countries, man, it's like, no, we're gonna wake up, we're gonna train, sharpen your skills, train. Like, and then you play the game in a controlled environment, whether it's an inner squad or scrimmager versus another team, but everything should be in a controlled environment at those young ages. Like, if you go out there and you play 4 games a day, at what point do you learn something? Especially at that young age. Like, right. Now I do understand when you become like 14, 15 years old, like, you have to go to these bigger tournaments to start getting scouted, as far as on a professional level. And I get that aspect of it, but, like, kids at, 7, 8, 9, 10, like, whatever years old, like, that's very young, and because these kids, they're not like, I mean, you play the Duckworth, like, that feeling of being in rec ball and then saying, oh, you made the all-star team. That was like, I just know for me, that was like so cool growing up,
right.
And that's when you got the chance. Traveling to all these other different parks should be rewarding. It shouldn't be something that's just
entitled.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that sense of entitlement. And I'm like, I haven't gotten into that part of it yet, so I'm really enjoying my time before I have to get to that part of it. Yeah. But I do have enough knowledge of the game to know, like, what he do need, what he don't need, the places he need to be playing at, and obviously being a scout and getting a point of a perspective from this side of it now also helps.
And so, man, I'm gonna tell you, like, you've helped me because I know I call and just ask questions about it, and I'm convinced that people may look at me kind of strange because, like, I don't want to play every weekend. Yeah. Like, I mean, even people don't call and, hey, man, come pick up. So, and I'm actually fortunate because, I mean, we ain't got to pick up. We ain't got to do that. Like, I spend 4 or 5 days at the facility with my son.
Yeah.
And that's what matters more to me. Like, just another rep after you've done this, right? And so I'm in the travel ball space. It's almost like I say, when Jesus say, be in the world, you be in the world, but just not of the world.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I'm in it because my son, now, he want to play.
Yeah, for sure.
However, I got enough people like you in my life that I call and pick up, and sometimes it could be like, dang, well, where he get that perspective from? Like, we all in it. Why he don't care about how hard his son throwing? Why he don't care about exit velo right now at 12 years old? And I'm like, because I talk to people that played in the big league that say it don't matter.
It don't. It
don't mean
do you know how at 12 years old how much your body is going to change from 12 to 18? Like, how much stronger the kid is going to, like, they're still uncoordinated at that age. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're still trying to learn their body. So why would you worry about these numbers, putting these exit velos and all this stuff on these kids? Like, at that point, now they just trying to hit the ball harder and creating bad habits. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, no, just teach them the fundamental and just harp on the fundamentals of the game. Like, you don't all this other stuff, man, that's just money grabs for these different organizations that's putting on these tournaments to make you feel like they're doing something. But in reality, man, like the training is the most important part of these kids. Like the one-on-one training or the small group training. I'm not saying you got to go to like send them to these high-dollar camps, but like if you can get them in a controlled environment and put them in an atmosphere of like 5 to 8 people who's gonna like really push them, because at that point it's competition then. You know, like everybody in that space is trying to be the best, whether the way you feel the ground ball, who can be the most consistent at finding the barrel. Like that's you get way more out of that than just playing 8 games a weekend on travel ball. You know what I'm saying?
And bro, look, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm sitting here listening because I mean that's what we're doing. Even in the off season with these kids, we got a few kids, 4 or 5 kids that just show up. They want to hit and they want to feel. They want to hit and they want to feel. And man, I'm getting more excitement and joy out of the fact that these kids want to do the work.
Yeah.
And so that's exciting to me, because I know whenever you play the game becomes like, all right.
Yeah, that's just it becomes routine. Like everything that you've been working on is second nature once the lights come on. Like if you take 100 ground balls a certain way, that's what's gonna show up. Or you swing 100 times a certain way, is gonna show up. And you can go to even some of the training rip off. You know what I'm saying? Like even some of the whether it's the training and hitting lessons or whatever it is, like if it's not the proper training that a kid should be having. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I see people doing certain stuff and it's like, all right, that parent is wasting their money, you know? But for me, man, like I don't even go out there and search for it. Like, so a lot of stuff just kind of fall in my lap. Hey, could you work with my kid? Like, you know, and my goal is I want to get him to a point where you don't have to come see me no more. Like not only show him how to do it, but like help him understand why you do it this way. Like if you come to me a few times and like, hey, we don't need you no more because we got to figure it out. Like that's the goal. I don't need you coming to me every week for 6 months. At that point, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't see any type of growth or
like what are we doing?
Like we're wasting time at this point, you know? But yeah, that's just kind of my take on that.
Nah, man, good deal, bro. Good deal. So look, we're closing, we're getting to the end, but like from what I mentioned earlier, man, in the set, one thing that I've said this privately, but I'll say it publicly when people see this, the fact that you made it, the fact that you did it, go down there to the yards in Columbia and your picture is up on that wall. Like when my son see that, it means something. Like whenever I can pick up the phone and I call you and you say, yeah, man, I work with him. Come on, let's get some reps in. Like he loves the fact that Uncle Ant a phone call away. Yeah. So man, for whatever it's worth, I appreciate just the man that you becoming. Because I saw you at 15 and 16. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I saw you as this kid that had hair on his head back in the day, running around, doing this thing, playing the game.
If you knew me with hair, you knew me as man.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So, man, I appreciate the man that you becoming.
Yeah,
and keep taking care of the family, keep taking care of your responsibilities. In addition to that, man, don't never discredit what the Lord allowed you to experience. Yeah. Like always appreciate it, because it got you to this place in life to where it helped you become the man that you are. Yeah. So man, I appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Yeah, bro. Man. And I know you're busy.
Yeah.
So I sure appreciate it, dog. Man, like
I told you a long time ago, hey, you call me, bro. Yeah. I'm there, so. Yeah,
you're right.
So it's all love, and just appreciate all those random phone calls you gave me over the years, just checking with not wanting anything in return, So that means more than,
Yeah.
So
no doubt, man, no doubt. Well, that wraps up another episode of the Village Podcast, where people help people. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone else.
It takes a village.